Let's check our audio levels. Ooh, we are hot. I'm going to turn it down a tad here. That should do. That should do. Okay, okay. Well, we're hot anyway. So I'm going to turn this down just a tad. We don't need to be that hot. Okay. And we are live at Nutmeg Curling Club for the Achilles. This is our in-house bonspiel. It features, we are first-year curlers here at Nutmeg, matched with board members, past presidents, and they team up and play a nice quick three-draw tournament to have some fun. We have a little dinner and party afterwards, and it's great. We've got Eric Sebastian out there on sheet B taking his practice slide. He'll be skipping the team on sheet B with Siri Parsons, Ashley Valerati, Mike and Michael Parsons against Nathan Holm, Paul Douglas, Stephen Dolsky, and Ryan Heidi. Nathan's team is actually a 5 and under. They're all first years. They wanted to go to the men's 5 and under tournament this year. They Francis Dykes, so they asked if they could form a team just to get some practice playing with each other. And of course, we encourage that. So we're glad to have them out there playing. And let's merge over and see what we got going on. There's the teams warming up. We're going to be C and B today. And over on sheet C is John Gibbons, one of our board members. Advising for him, or the order is to be determined. I think we'll find out what people want to play once they get started. But it'll be Heidi Biancardi, Simon Phillips, and Pia Engstrom against Sean Main. He is a past board member and secretary of Nutmeg, and he is playing with Elia Yomama Biancardi, Johnny Casse, and Aaron Weidman. So we'll have some fun. So there have been 2 draws already. This is the third and final draw of the day. The first 2 draws featured Team Bisson over Team Doucette. That's me. Britt won that game. And in the second, the other draw, I believe it was Team Doucette. That is Erin Doucette. She won versus Team Steffen. The 3 p.m. draws featured Team Walker over Team Leneker, both past presidents. On sheet B, the Team Bacchieri, vice president of the club, versus Jackson Bacconfuso, who is actually a 5-year curler and a junior. He's one of our junior curlers, but it's his first time playing in the event. So he had a great time. He was out there. And in the third game was Alexis Bacconfuso, another one of our board members and our junior league chair, versus Rick Moore, who is a past board member as well as the chair of our Greenhorn League, which is our beginners league. And all of these folks out here right now, including many of the board members like myself, are products of the Greenhorn League. It's a wonderful program that generates some pretty good curlers at this club. So we thank Rick for his efforts there. And Rick's team is actually in the leader in the clubhouse right now with 18 points in this point spiel format. So let's get on our way and see how these teams are going. So we're going to switch to the other view. We're going to cube zoom. Always a fan favorite. There we've got sheet B, Nate versus Eric, and John versus Sean. So we're going to try to focus on sheet B because it's a little hard to focus on both, but we'll keep it to wide views whenever possible. So Nate calling a draw in. We're going to see his lead, Paul Douglas, going for the draw. We go back to the other side to see what happens. Sweepers are on it. Now they're off. I might have got a little excited. Oh, and Steven takes a little tumble and is back up. Great weight. That's great weight by Paul to get that stone in there. Needed to curl a little more. And now up on Eric's team is Ashley Valeriati, who is going to throw a takeout. Switch over to sheet C, because this is going to be a nice shot. That's a tap by the, I believe, the lead, Erin Weidman. Nice tap into the forefoot, and she keeps the guard. Very nice shot. And now John is looking to, I think, call for a, well, we'll find out. I think he's looking to do a hit on that top one, but he might just be calling a draw around the other guard, so let's find out. Great draw weight by Pia. Needs to bend. Sorry, dead air. We've got Sheet Stone coming in on sheet B, the second for Team Holmes, Stephen Dolsky. And it's going to line up another center guard. I think they have hammer, so they're going to have to work with those guards now to try to get stuff in around. Over on sheet C, Johnny Casse. Coming in for a draw or a guard, probably to put that guard back up. Stone is on its way. Sweepers are off it. Just kind of wait. It looks like it's going to draw into that stone. I think Sean's thinking maybe they get a little bump and split. Sit two in the house. That's a good shot. They're a little staggered, so the double is there, but that's a tough double to make. Got to come over the top a little bit. If it gets to nose, it would need a lot of weight to carry that second rack out. But let's see if he calls for the hit. And we're going to show you the deliveries coming out of the hack. This is Simon Phillips on throwing his rock on sheet C. We're going to see what happens here. Stephen Dolsky's shot is on the way. I think he's trying to draw in again. Sweepers are on it. They got to clear that guard. Got to clear that. They got it. I'd stay on it to keep the line for that yellow. And that is going to be a little tip and flop. That's a nice shot. That is a nice shot by Steven. So he is. Let's go to the far B house here. They are sitting shot. Yellow is sitting shot. That's Team Home. With a nice little little bit of a backing there. But Eric's actually just calling for the draw. He wants to sit on top of it because it looks like with those guards, it'll be tough to get to on a straight hit. We'll watch this one coming in. This is Siri Parsons, the vice for Team Sebastian. And she is going to come down and tap the yellow up a little. That's actually, based on where that rock ended up, that was the perfect weight. That's exactly the weight she wanted to throw. So great to see that. Oh, it's always hard to get a feel for the ice, especially when it's first end of a new draw. Sometimes it starts slow, but she had that weight down right away. That was great. Over on sheet C, we've got Simon Phillips again going for the hit. Good line here. Sweepers are on it. Looks like control weight. Sweepers are going to stay on it because I think John's thinking it's going to bend a bit. And he did get to it. Did make contact. Actually, a little hit and roll, partially guarded. Oh, it looks like the Colts Chief game is on tonight, so is on right now. So we've lost our Bonspiel chair, Britt, who is a Chiefs fan for the rest of the day. He'll be focusing on that game, I'm sure. Sheet C, on its way is Elia Biancardi, uh, aka Yo Mama. And his shot is coming in. Looks like a guard. Why don't you just guard up those two rocks that are sitting in the house right there? We'll show you the overhead. And that's going to be a nice guard. Hold the line a little bit. Just let it stop there. And that is a nice guard right there. That is a going to be tough to get through that port. I don't even know if they'll call it. But that is a very nice guard. Over on sheet B, let's get a look at the house. And this is what we're looking at. And this is Siri Parsons' second rock. She's throwing red rocks. She's going to want to come around there and just sit on top of that one. And Eric's thinking maybe she'll move around it later. And it looks like we've already got a touchdown by the Chiefs. That does not appear to have taken too long. And this shot's coming in. Whoa, this is another really great weight shot by Siri. Look at that. Throwing T-line just in front of the tee again. That's a nice shot. Over on sheet C. Trying to get over there. There's the full shot. Over on sheet C, Ellie's trying to throw that guard again. A little lighter. This one's not going to make it. Line was good. Brian Heidi over on sheet B. Throwing what looks to be a takeout. He's got the weight. This is where it looks wide. They're going to want to sweep it past. Nice. Excellent work by the by Skip. New Skip Nathan Holmes by recognizing that they did not want to tip that in any closer and jam. Give them a potential point. So over on sheet C, Heidi Biancardi just made a really nice hit. Took out that stone in the middle. Now we're down to skip rocks. John and Sean just played each other in the Tuesday night league on this past Tuesday, so their shot making ability is fresh in each other's minds, I'm sure. So Eric Sebastian, he and his vice Siri Parsons are really chatting about this shot, trying to figure out what to do. Now, Eric, they just called the hit. They're sitting one, and they don't have hammer, so they would probably like to protect it. So, but it's an interesting situation because you can't throw that guard too tight. What is he thinking? Maybe he's looking to hit and flop. No, he can't hit and flop. I think he looked like in a corner freeze, inside corner of his own red. That wouldn't work either, would it? No, he's looking to try to hit his red, I think. So it chips the yellow out of the center, out of the button. I don't see how he does that without losing all the stones, including his red backer. And to be, yeah, that's what he's going for. Guess we'll see. I mean, if he straight jams and is able to keep the red rock he's hitting in there, he could use that with his last shot. I think. Find out. Eric coming down the ice. Methodically. Puts himself in the hack and he cleans the rock, cleans the ice. Centers himself. Squares his shoulders. Good form. And the rock's gone. And we're going to wait for it to come in. Here it comes. Over the top. He's going to get the tap. It's hard to tell who's shot. He might be shot now. He might be shot. We'll let you guys... Sorry while we adjust some of our settings. There we go. Oh. Ryan Heidi in the house, holding the broom for Nate Holm, who's going to come in and try to throw. This could be a heavy draw. This could very well be a draw. We'll have to see what weight he throws at it. There he is on sheet B coming out. We'll get an idea of what he wants to throw. It could be a hit. Could be just to kind of come in and bump it out. And he's coming with weight. This is going to be a takeout. That's control up. And they're sweeping. They're on it. They're on it. They got it by. Now they got to... And he made the hit. That is a nice hit. Curled in nicely. Now they're sitting two. Eric's got a... Eric looks like he's going to follow it down and just bump them out. And plan is, at this point, hold them to one. Team home with hammer, so... Let's go take a look over at sheet C. Three red in the house, and this is hammer for Team Gibbons. He is, you know what? It looks like he is just going to come in and nose that that middle red and sit as one. He'll be counting one if he gets there. He can actually be a little bit wide because the stone should nuzzle up against that other red and keep him in the button. And that actually isn't bad because it'll kind of bump the other one out as long as it doesn't hits it hard enough so it doesn't jam and stay in the button. Johnny coming in, here we go, and he is a little wide. He's going to clear everything out, but looks like it's going to be two red for the first end. So 2 for Team Maine. We'll go back to sheet B. And let's see, there's still 2. This is hammer now for Team Home, so he really just wants to draw another one in there. Now he's got to get almost to the button. So if he ends up hitting his rock at the top of the button, let's go to the overhead. If he ends up hitting his rock at the top of the button there, I don't think that's third shot. I think that red will outcount. It's tough to tell by where it is, but based on where it's intersecting that stone, looks like that would be the case. He's sitting 2 right now. Can't do much damage. It's unlikely that with this broom, he'll miss at an angle that would make that red do anything. At the very least, he gives up 2. Now, the aggressive call is to come in and throw sort of a hack weight hit his own yellow that's just to the top of the tee line from your view, and to bump that yellow back and sit 4. But based on this broom, it doesn't look like that's the call. And I don't know if you'd worse making that call. This is a point spiel. You could go for the extra points, but get the easy 3 as opposed to the hard 4. And he is going to just tip that red. Roll in. Second, Steven Dolsky sleeping a little, but he did. I don't think he got there. So it's going to be 2 yellow. Good end for Team Holm there. Like I said, these guys are going a team of first years to the Francis Dykes men's GNCC men's 5 and under, which is great. You know, I mean, you only get 5 years to do it. Why waste one? If you want to go. It's a great time. There's great camaraderie at those events. So I'm sure they'll have a blast. We're gonna switch back to the wide view where it's Chiefs still up 7-0 on the Colts. Looks like there's a little snow on the field, but nothing debilitating. And we got lead rocks coming in now. Sean Main's lead. Aaron Weidman put up appears to be a great guard with her first shot. And is now coming in with her second rock. If you are listening and you'd like to chat, please go ahead. We got 3 watching, which one is us. So for the other 2 watching, hope you're enjoying it. If you have any questions, please shout it out on the chat board, and I'll do my best to check that periodically. Apologize for the warm room, but we're a big fan of our ambiance in the warm room here, so glad everyone's here having a good time. We'll have dinner come in after this draw. So let's go focus back on sheet B, where we've got the lead Michael Parsons throwing his second rock. Oh, no, that's his first rock. Sorry, they're a couple of stones behind. And looks like it's going to bump the yellow in there, but it's going to go back and to the side, so that'll be open. Puts a nice guard up. And here we go. Johnny Casey over there in the red jacket on sheet C. And Paul Douglas on sheet B coming out. Paul's going to throw a guard, or a draw. Right now they're sitting 2. They want to get another one in the house. Sweepers are on it. They want to get it there. They want to get it there. And it's going to be a guard, but that's fine. They got one in the house plus a corner guard. They don't have hammer, but there is a center guard. So that's really low risk for them. I mean, I think Eric is looking to... Oh, he's drawing the other side. I don't know what's going on. Sean Main's out in front of the glass telling me something, but I can't really understand what he's saying. Sean is my skip on Tuesdays, and I can't understand what he's saying there. I think he's talking about the uphill battle that the teams on the ice have to face now with the monster number that Rick Moore's team put up. We're going to go to the wide end here again. So there are the 2 houses. Sean's team throwing red rocks over on sheet C. He's got one in the house with a little guard, a little biting guard. So he's trying to figure out what to do here. Doesn't seem to want to mess with that yellow guard because that's a run back waiting to happen. Maybe put another one in and guard it, get a corner freeze so they can't run it. So John can't run it back. Over on sheet B, the seconds first rock, Stephen Dolsky coming in. It's gonna just miss that guard. Come through. Without hammer, interesting. I don't think, could have tried to nose his own red out. Replace their guard with his guard. It wouldn't have really hurt them any. But Nate probably thinks he can still get in there to the 4-foot and beat him, so he's content to leave those guards up there without hammer. And John Gibbons, again, looking at the shot. Some interesting houses. John's going to draw. He's just going to draw in. Hello, Jill. I think John likes the idea of keeping more shots in-house over on sheet C. We're going to cut over there in a sec. Right now he's sitting, that's not a biter, at least from this angle, that yellow. But he's going to come across and he's going to little peel. And that yellow's going to end up biting. So he's got a little biter in there. Sean's got to put up another guard, though. He's going to keep throwing that up, try to protect his shot. I think Mr. Gibbons is biding his time so he can figure out the right time to hit that shot. Sweepers for Team Home doing a little dancing over on sheet B there. Around those rocks as they connected. Over on sheet C, Elia Biancardi's shot coming in. He's the vice. Got that guard weight down, that's for sure. Yep. Nice guard, nice guard. And here is Heidi Biancardi coming up for Team Gibbons. She's about to throw over here on sheet C. John's calling for a hit. Heidi and Elia, good curlers. Again, first years. These are, with the exception of the skips, these are all first years. We are thrilled that so many people not only joined the club, but wanted to participate in this. It is a very fun tournament. Heidi's gonna wick off that red, and that's gonna roll out of play. Okay. So here's the house now. Still got that rock buried, but it's off center. So Sean's gonna put up the guard over here, and he's gonna ask Elia to make that hit. And over on sheet B, Ryan Heidi, the vice, delivers his stone as this at the same time, Elia and him. Curling etiquette's not unlike bowling. When you see the person on the next sheet about to throw, you kind of wait, and then you go. So that lane courtesy, I think it's called. I could be wrong. So Elia gets it over the hog line. It is the guard. That's the guard they want. That is, it's high, but it is in a perfect position. It really cuts off that entire side of the sheet for John. So he's going to have to think of something else here when wasting no time and going for the peel. Heidi comes out. She throws normal hit weight. I think they got a sweep, but he wants to peel. He might be playing the run, but that thing jumped on him, and he got it. Oh. Yeah. So that rock, if you happen to notice, that rock hit the sweeper's foot after it chipped, but because it was rolling out, the skips decided that they just take it out of play because that's the direction it was going to go on. They're allowed to make that call. And it was clearly going out of play, so. And where are we over on sheet B? Let's take a look. We've got Ryan. Tried Heidi, first shot, or second shot. He's the vice for Team Home. And they're throwing yellow rocks. And I think Nate looks like he's calling, probably wants to take out that, wedge or come sit on it. Sean coming in. Can't tell if Sean's guarding or drawing. He's got very lightweight, but the line makes me think he's going to draw in there. Try to put a corner around those two, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's just going to try to bring another in behind those two guards, which it's sitting in there nicely. And John Gibbons, he's going to, if I know John, he's going to go for that run back. I don't think he can get in there. Well, let's look at the overhead. We're debating the warm room here is debating what the shot looks like. And, of course, we're always right here in the warm room. But John must, I mean, if you look at where the guard is, that high guard, he can get there with enough weight to move both. But that's a pretty tough shot because although the guard is very high, he can't see any of it from the hack, I don't think, or at least very little. So, and Johnny can throw the big weight, so he's probably thinking, I'll just come in here and smash that red out and sit alerting the skips out there to watch the hacks, because if John hits this right, it could shoot it straight back in there pretty solid. And you always got to protect the hacks. So, okay, Johnny is on his way. Get the wide view. Heidi's crouching down, taking a look at it. And John has... Oh, he's just going to chip it out. That hung a little on him, and it was doing that. It was doing that on sheet B as well. If you throw anything above control outside that 4-foot line, it tends to hang there for a bit, and that's what happened. So let's go to sheet B, see what Mr. Holm and his squad are thinking here. So they are throwing yellow rocks. Right now sitting second shot, but Mr. Sebastian is sitting shot rock, but it is open. And I think from the right hack at least, you should be able to see all of it. Go for this angle here. Yeah, from the right hack, you should be able to see all of it. But I think he is a righty, so he's just going to go for it. He's not giving much room. He's not going to make a mistake. I think he's thinking if it happens to catch a piece of that back yellow, they'll both go, and he's okay with that. So let's keep the wide angle on here. Mr. Holm is on his way. And okay, so he ended up hitting the rock up top, running the red back into the other red and getting a bit of a jam. So Eric's got something lined up here now, and he's going to try to figure out how to approach this. He's got the right idea. Just last thing he wants to do is give Nate another shot at that of taking anything out. So he's going to plug it up. There's a lot of guards on the wings, so if he blocks that hole, he'll make it tough for Nate to get in anywhere. That's kind of what they're talking about now. You can see them overhead. figuring out where to put the broom. I assume it's still a guard. He made it look like if it's talking about plan B, if it's heavy, kind of get a hit and split. Get 4 in the house now. That would give Nate an open hit or draw. But you always got to have that in mind. So John shot coming in, and it's a beauty. He let's go over to near C, and he made that hit. He was facing 3, but he made that hit, and he's gonna only give up 1 there. It's the Biancardis are talking about it, and they've agreed. I think it's going to be 1 red, but Johnny did a good job to cut him down there. That was he was facing a bigger number, so they're clearing up. We're going to go back to the wide angle here and see what's going on. Eric is trying to guard. Sweepers are on it, trying to get it over the hog. They're digging. And he does not get it there. So Eric, now Nate has a shot. So let's go over and see if we can think about what the thought process is here. So Eric is sitting 3. Eric sliding down, looking incredulous that he did not get it over the hog line. Typical lead. He's getting some good-natured ribbing from the warm room. Eric is of course, the lead on Team Simia that made it to the finals of GNCC men's playdowns this year and put up a great battle. It was a great match versus Team Petrov. Very exciting to watch, and they did fantastic, and we're looking forward to them playing again next year. But they're talking about this shot, and the thought process is he can hit that open rock. It's open. But what does that do? I mean, if he noses it, or even if he rolls a little bit in, might get the double, might not, might leave his rock open for just a hit for 3 from Eric. So he's trying to think about how he can really put the pressure on him. But so he's thinking maybe he just throws a draw. Well, again, I'm not sure what they're thinking here. We'll have to wait until we see what he throws. But if he throws the hit, he could get the double. The double's there. And if he could get the double and the roll behind that cover on the top side there, which would be an ideal shot, force Eric to draw for 1. Have to draw, bite the button at least probably if he gets the roll right. Or it could be throwing the draw behind those anyway. But I'd like to hit here, keep the numbers down. He's up 2. Let's see if we can figure out from what he's the weight he's throwing. In the hack, looking at the line. And he's off. And this looks like hit weight, so here it comes. And he's going to chip it out, so he did get 1 out, which was nice. Again, keep the numbers down. I like that. That was a good call. So now Eric's just going to want to draw for 3 here. I don't know if there is a potential split. Jill, see what I'm seeing out there at the top?
He's not going for points.
No.
He's going to go for another one.
Well, you take the easier 3 than the harder 4, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's the plan. So.
Run out of time too quickly in the 4-end game.
What?
Run out of time too quickly in the 4-end.
I don't think they're timing the games.
No, but I mean ends.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, might as well take the points where you can get them. So he's going to draw in here. Sheet C already in the 3rd end. It's 3-2 team main. Get Mr. Gibbons calling some draws here. Looks like lead P. Angstrom drew a butte into the Uh-oh. The warm room. The warm room is saluting Eric Sebastian on making that draw for 3. So that will be 3-2 now, Team Sebastian. We're going to go back over to Sheet C. Johnny Casse here, getting ready to throw his shot. Pia Angstrom threw 2 great shots into the house. We'll show you those now. The first one right there bit the button, and the second one was just outside the 4-foot. So helping Team Gibbons get in a good spot here. And again, this one, this is a hit that had a lot of weight on it. It's floating. And that one's going to roll out of play. So here comes the second for Team Gibbons, Simon Phillips. Johnny's calling for another one in. If it sends up light being a guard, he's not going to be disappointed with that either. Got that stone right there on the button. Might as well protect it. Lead stones on their way for Team Sebastian. This one is going to drift into the house. That was Michael Parsons do that shot. At this point with the lead, Eric, 2 more ends to go. Eric's okay keeping it clean, keeping it in the house. Even if he forces Team Home to 1 in this end, he'll have Hammer Tide coming back, so no one's going to be upset with that. And it looks like Maine is calling for a hit here. Johnny Casse with his second shot. These are seconds rocks right now. And Johnny's on the way. This shot's lined up nice. They got to get the sweep right. It's going to move. It's down weight. Here it comes. And oh, and what a nice shot. Yellow's biting the back, but red is sitting probably shot rock, it looks like. It's hard to tell from here. Let's go to the overhead, where I think it's still hard to tell, but we'll go to it anyway. Yeah, it's hard to really tell. It looks like red from here, but John is ignoring it and just drawing another one in anyway. I think he's trying to. I think he's setting up, he's trying to set up for a big end, so he just wants to put some rocks in the house. This stone by Simon Phillips, the second, is actually going to, it looks like if it snaps back, it'll curl and hit that back one. And actually, that works out okay. That takes another rock out of play. Now yellow is has two in the house and 2 reds 1, so tips the scales in their favor a bit. And we'll go to the wide here. Elia Biancardi's first rock. We're down to Vice Stones here on sheet C. Elia Biancardi's rock. Looks like he's going for the tap back. Whoa. And he's going to come right to it. That's not a bad shot. If we look at the overhead, you can kind of see how the red is just a couple feet in front of the yellow. So that's a run back waiting to happen. John sees it too, but I think he's going to try to go for the hit on that red. Heidi definitely can throw this shot. Here she is lined up. These are all 4-end games, so we are in the third and second to last end of these games. Heidi's shot is on the way. The weight looks good. It's Hack. Hack back to Hack. Johnny waiting for it to snap. Here it comes. And is it going to get enough of it? And it got the rock, and it did tap it out of shot. So yellow is 1-3. Again, we're having trouble seeing here. Looks like red is 2, yellow is 3. But Sean seems like he wants to make quick work of that anyway and call for the shot for Elliott to come in here and just bang that out. So we'll watch him go. Got a bit of a conundrum over on sheet B, so we're going to go to the far houses. Looks like a little Christmas tree going on where Elliott's shot coming in. It looks like he's got it. I think he's got it if it comes over. And he got it, and is it going to get past? And it does. That is a fantastic shot. Nice touch, hit weight. Nice little tap back. Now they're sitting at least 1. Again, not sure if they're 2 or 3, but John calling the shot for Heidi here as a draw, it looks like. And get a look at what's going on sheet B. There's like a yellow rock. Nate's calling a draw here. This is an interesting maneuver. He's got hammer. But even if he makes this draw, it's kind of lined up for the yellow, red, yellow, even if he gets it there. So let's see what he's going to do. Steven's shot, Steven Dulski, the second for Team Home, is on its way. And this is it going to slow? Got to get some teeth. Bite, 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 bite. Nope, it is going to go through. So Eric, now what's Eric? Eric's going to call the draw. He's like, you know what? If that's what they're going for, I'm going to beat him there. So let's see. Shot coming in. They're off it. It looks like a tough draw. It's okay, so that draw goes in for Team Sebastian. They do get it back there. So Nate's going to call for his vice, Ryan Heidi, to come down and draw to it. They've got hammers, so they need to score points. Right now, Team Sebastian sitting 4, and they're going to try to outcount that. And that shot looks like that line is sped up. We saw Mr. Dulski do that earlier, so I think that line is on fire. Mr. Walker's here.
Massage therapist.
Won his game.
Did. Destroyed Joel Lineker. Destroyed him.
Versus Mr. Lineker. And, yes. And Siri Parsons now, the vice for Team Sebastian, on her way. Going to plug up that hole, draw another one in. Again, that line looks like it's sped up. So we're going to see what this one's going to do. Here it comes. Yeah, that line has really gotten fast. So, kind of where all the rocks have gone so far. So, and Nate's calling for it again. Wasted no time. Ryan Heidi getting into the hack, lining up. Yeah, they can see us waving. So Ryan is underway in his slide. And he took a lot off at that time. Good adjustment, at least from this angle. Sometimes that's the hardest thing to do is to make the right adjustment on weight. But that line, whew, he slowed down a lot on that second one, and that line still shot through. All right. Yeah, that looks like it's been tough. Johnny Gibbons going for the hit. Hitting, clipped it. But still, it looks like he's still third rock at least. With hammer.
There ain't no 18-point game there.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be difficult for either of these teams to get to the magic 18 to have a chance to beat Rick Moore.
How many points did you score?
We scored 3. We got 1 end and 2 points.
3's a nice number. It's a prime number. You know.
It is a prime number. I'm always happy to get a prime.
I was prime too.
Yeah. 7?
11.
Ah.
How adorable is this card?
Who's it to? I don't know who Dixie is. So Eric's on his way. We're going to go to sheet B here, see what he's looking at. It's hard to tell if he's thinking draw or guard, but he came out with pretty good weight there. Eric's had been able to see this line for a few shots, so definitely took a lot off the weight. That's going to be a nice shot. Gets to the 4-foot. Yeah, let's see what that looks like from here. So, okay, it is open. It gives Mr. Holm an opportunity to hit and flop. Which, if Nate wants the chance to get his 2 here, he's going to have to be sure and make this one. Of course, we're going to switch to the overhead real quick, because that yellow, red, red is lined up. I'd go for it, just for some fun. I don't think that would do anything for him in the long run in terms of getting points at the end, but that would be a pretty shot.
It's hard to get those 2 reds out.
Yeah, double those 2. It's a hard shot, yeah. So here we're looking at Ryan Heidi holding the broom. It's gonna looks like a hack to control weight takeout. Try to just hit and flop behind those guards. Sean seems to be all amped up, taunting Rick Moore. And Nate's shot is going to hit the guard and roll. Is it in play? It looks like it's out, or it's biting.
Red's still sitting 4.
It's biting. But we're going to go to far C and see what Sean Main's shot's going to do. It's going to hit, and it's going to roll. And he is going to sit at least 3. Hard to tell which of those 2 on the bottom are counting. If it's the red or the yellow. But this is hammer. Gibbons has hammer.
Take stick. Take 1.
So John's gonna come in here and run it back. Meanwhile, on sheet B, Eric's looks like he's content to just put up a guard or draw another one in. At this point, it's his last rock. Nate has hammer. Might as well throw another rock sitting right on top of his and put the pressure on. He's got a chance to get some good points here if he does. I think he's a little wider than he wanted to be. So it's going to dig in out there. Sweepers are on it. It's going to guard, yeah. I don't know if he's going to guard what he wants, but now Nate's got a choice. John comes in, hits, and sits one, so it gives up another steal of one. John facing a lot of rocks on his shots, but he's been making some nice ones to keep it down. Probably a minor league hockey team. Mr. Gibbons is a fan of the minor league hockey, or at least the apparel of the minor league hockey. So we're going to go to sheet far B and see what they're looking at. This is Nate Holmes' last shot. I think he's still going for that hit. I still think that's the shot, tapping up his yellow. I mean, I would have done it a while ago, but this has got to be some pretty soft weight. Oh, God, yeah. I mean, there's not a lot of room to get. He's got to throw control at most and really skinny that guard in order to stay. He's just got to stay full 8, so even if he rolls a bit to the outside, but he's definitely got to bring the weight down to avoid rolling out. Erin Weidman with her shot on sheet A as we watch Hammer here. She throws it. Nice shot into the corner of the house. Here goes Nate. Sweepers are on it. Yeah. He chipped the guard, so
1, 2, 3 red.
That's 4 red.
Yep.
So that's going to be a steal of 4 for Team Sebastian.
No, but the game score.
All right, so we're coming back on sheet. So there's the score hung. It is 7-2. Here's sheet C. Erin Weidman, the lead for Team Maine, throwing her next one in. First 2 rocks for each team made it into the house.
They score 5, and I think it might be a close call.
Cool. Went for the hit. Good hit attempt. The weight was great. Would have been a nice tap. So Johnny calling his lead, who made a nice draw. She made 2 good draws in the last end. Making another one here.
The money.
All right, let's go down to the near house as we can get the wide view.
Look at this. Here's a 5 point. Here's a 5 point.
Be it coming in. Going to be another one in the house. That'll stick around.
Double that shit out.
Sweepers on it on sheet B, trying to get Paul Douglas's shot in to bite, and they do. Oh, plenty of room. Top 8. Nice shot. So I think Eric here is looking for his lead, Michael Parsons, to take out that yellow, to get rid of it, keep it clean. And shot coming in from Johnny Cassé, the second for Team Maine. Gonna bump one of those yellows out at least. Yep, got it. And let's go back and take a look over here. We've got seconds for both teams lining up. Oh, no, this is still the lead on sheet B. This is Paul Douglas, and it's on sheet C is Simon Phillips. Second for Mr. Gibbons. Call a nice little draw here. Maybe a heavy draw, bump that yellow back. And this has got to move.
Double himself
All right, so over on sheet B.
Fry boys going home. Fry boys going home.
Over on sheet B, we've got Paul Douglas brought another one in, another nice shot. So they are sitting 1-2. Team home with hammer. Ashley Valeriati coming in with her first shot. Looks like she's calling. Eric's calling for a hit. Three people watching. Thank you to our viewers. And Ashley's gonna get a piece of it. And sweep Eric, sweep Eric. And Eric. So that's still going to be in play. Now Nate trying to figure out. Probably going to have Mr. Dolsky just come and hit that stone. And I think that's what he's going to do. Yep, that's the call. So second for team home, Steve Dolsky is just going to come in and run that out. I don't even think it'd be nice if he kept the shooter, get another stone in play. Make sure it's in.
He's gonna know. He's gonna be away with it.
And Steve shot's coming in. It looks like it might just squeak by. So now Eric's going to choose. I think he's going to probably call Ashley to come in and hit one of those rocks. Pretty sure he doesn't care which one. But he'll give her the broom where if she misses the a little narrow, then I think she'll still get the back one. So. There she goes. She's off. Sweepers are off it. Now they're on. Going for the back one. Oh, she's got it. Nice nose shot. Yeah, oh yeah. Gonna roll a bit, but it's gonna
roll out.
Nate almost slept on that one. Good thing he picked it up. And he's going for the hit again. He's wants Steve to come in and take that out. Steve lined up a shot. It's coming in nice on sheet C here. This is Heidi Biancardi. I think it's her first shot. Sweepers. Sweepers.
Oh my God.
And here he goes, and Steven Dolsky makes this hit. And the rock is going to stick around, I think. Yeah, it's going to stick around in the middle of the house. So nice shot. Good adjustment by Steve, getting that second one out. And now yellow sitting 2 again. Now Sean is throwing a draw. He's trying to put another one counting. So at least full 12. Fighting the 8 maybe. Ella Biancardi.
Sean has to make 7 points. Right? Oh no! In there.
Oh, and that's a nice shot by Siri Parsons over there on sheet B. Nice hit. Almost got a little bit of a roll, but almost got that roll behind that guard. That was a nice shot. Eric Sebastian looks relaxed now. He needed that hit, so. Heidi now going for that same draw.
Get in front of those reds. You're in.
Good throw last time. Sweepers are on it. Got to hold that line. Sweepers are off it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
She gets the bump. Oh, that's nice. That's nice shot. She's got all that backing now. Ruins Sean's chance to get 7, I think. I think that's no longer in the cards.
Rick Moore, the cheater, is going to win. This Belarus secret weapon back there. Collusion! I'm claiming collusion.
Well, I mean, anytime you got Barry Leftfoot on the squad, you got an advantage.
And you got the Belarusian Kacha coming in. There's collusion involved. I know it.
So Eric over here gonna just take out this yellow. Siri Parsons, she just made that first hit. She's coming in for the other one.
No, they don't let me anymore.
And that shot's gonna hit, and it is going to stay in, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna stay in. So now Nate is calling for Ryan Heidi to make the hit. And Ryan is lined up. Stone is off.
He could almost double those 2 yellows out. The right angle.
Stone is coming in.
No, I think he needs to go to the right side.
And trying to do a little positive sweeping, and it just ticks off. So. That's going to tick the guard over here on sheet C.
Oh, what happened there?
Tick the guard.
Oh, there's a guard in front?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Sean ticked the guard. Now Johnny's got a shot here to come in and might as well sit 2.
Is this hammer? No.
No, this is John's first shot. Sean has one more. And Eric coming in to guard.
Kept doing that. Kept doing that to me. The way he's going now, he's not going to beat my score.
Okay, my Monday night skip.
Stone coming in from Eric Sebastian. Looks like they're going to bring it top of the house. I think he's guarding. I don't know. I think that is what he was maybe going for. I think he wanted a guard in the 12-foot to guard that one that's in the back. But
if he scored 5, he would be up there. No, he's throwing a guard.
So now the shot coming in on sheet C.
The backing.
John bringing it in. He's going to get the wick, which is going to help. Sweep, 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 sweep.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, now they're sitting 1-2. John's sitting 1-2.
Yep. Fry boy, fry boy, fry boy. You go. Have you been? Yes, I have.
We will put a put a plug up for Freiburg. Both the truck and the storefront in New Haven.
No, Milford.
Thought it was New Haven.
Milford, right? Yeah, Milford.
Oh, the storefront's in Milford? Huh. Storefront's in Milford. Right on Bridgeport Avenue.
Very close to the best auto detailing place in the country.
Very close to the best auto detailing place in the country.
Or body shop.
Body shop.
Same thing.
A little different. All right, so let's go over to let's go over to sheet B. Nate Holm getting ready to line up his shot. Looks like he's going to draw down to his back rock. That back red there is sitting there. He's going to come down to it, and if he sits and he corners it on the inside and just gets himself positioned to get 2 here.
He's going down to it, eh? I mean?
It looks like Sean Main is going to be drawing down to the yellow and sit on top of it. Yeah, they might have missed the sweep call on that. But they're digging in. The sweepers are on it. Oh, they got it.
Oh, but
They got it.
out.
Yeah.
Red. Oh, Sean made a beautiful shot.
There's Sean Main. So nice shot by Sean Main coming in there and sitting shot rock. John's just gonna look to chip it out and take. Well, he's not gonna take. Well,
3.
because he's got the jam in the back. Let's go to the.
He needs to punch that 2 feet.
Yeah, but he's got to keep the shooter, and that's a tough angle to keep the shooter.
Heavy draw will punch that back 2 feet.
That is not heavy draw broom.
Because he's a young punk. He's got to take it.
But what he can do is if he hits it nose, he'll run his red into the yellow, which will jam in the red. The red will split out, and he'll stay where he hits. So nose will get 3. Nose will get 3. Let's see here. John's shot is off. He's got to come back.
Wide.
Might end up getting the chip for 2. And that's 1. 1 for red. So let's go. That was a good game by Team Gibbons and Team Maine. That would be Team Maine with 4 or 5. They'll end up with. They're about to do their nutmeg knockout. So let's go to sheet B.
No filter. You know me. No filter. No filter.
So here's sheet B.
I didn't drop an F-bomb.
This is Hammer for Team Holm. Looks like Nate's just going to try to. This is great practice for them for their 5 and under. Just trying to get this draw for 1 here. Chances are he'll be put in this position in a bonspiel if he's skipping. So got to draw that 4-foot. Teams lining up. Sweepers are ready.
At 1 point. 1 point you beat me by 1. No, more than that. Yeah, it's 1 more point.
Nate cleaning the rock, getting ready to go.
You have 12. I have.
And Nate is still there. Deliberate in the hack, I would say, Mr. Holm. And he is sliding. Nice slide. Sweeper's got to read it.
Light.
Sweepers are off it the whole way.
You're right.
They're going to let it go.
Heavy. It's out the back.
And Siri is on it, and she is sweeping it through. So that is a 2. Another 2 for teams. 2. Another 2 for steal a 2 for Team Sebastian. So good game for them. So that puts Team Sebastian at 12. Let's see.
15.
At 15. So they will finish likely. That is the second place, but there are no points for second place. And
nutmeg knockout. No one get more than 8 points.
It looks like
Team Walker gets nutmeg knockout.
It looks like Team Rick Moore will win the Achilles this year. His vice was Barry Kaplan, Kristen Vaughn, and Katya Kachili. How do you say it? Kachali. So they will win the Achilles and get their names on the trophy.
Collusion.
Good curling, everybody.
Collusion.
And we'll see you next time.